Welcome everyone to my YouTube channel called Professor Hussain Crypto. And in today's video review, we're going to talk about an interesting project where all of us can make some money. But before we get into the review, let me also remind you that you are fully responsible for your own investments, and I am not urging you to do anything. But before we start the video review, I want to recommend that you subscribe to my YouTube channel, where I regularly post interesting videos about various projects that you can all profit from. Basically, you can subscribe to my channel, watch all the videos I post, and earn money together with me on different projects. And in today's video review, I want to talk about an interesting project called Cold Wallet. Let's figure out why you should choose this project and why Cold Wallet is so impressive. In fact, this is a live platform, not just empty promises. Cold Wallet is no longer just an abstract idea, it's a functioning service. The platform was built on a mature infrastructure, plus a wallet acquired for $200 million. So the project received not just the technology, but immediately gained more than 2 million active users and a well-established system ready for scaling. And of course, I want to talk about the real bonuses for every activity. Every user action, whether it's paying for gas, making a transfer, or transferring via fiat, earns cash back in tokens of this platform. No staking, no complicated forms. Everything is simple and immediately clear, and the more tokens of this project you have in your account, the higher your cashback percentage. And our cashback ranges from 10% to 100%, which is pretty good. That is, you can receive cashback from 10 to 100%. Just imagine what it's like to get 100% cashback, and of course, a structured and transparent pre-sale. The pre-sale takes place in the format of 150 clearly defined stages, and the base price of this token is set at approximately 0.009, while the planned launch price is about 35 cents. This represents a predictable and clear growth trajectory with a potential ROI of up to 3,700 to 500%, up to 4,900%, which is quite impressive and in fact offers high returns. That's very good. And of course, I want to talk about the long-term approach to development. The Tokenomics model is focused on retention and engagement. In fact, this platform token is integrated into the structure. It provides cashback, offers benefits, reduces fees, and in the future will become a governance token. A larger share of the tokens is allocated specifically for the community and the pre-sale, which increases trust in the project. And of course, I'd also like to talk about the project's strong brand and recognizability. In fact, Cold Wallet didn't just get the domain, they bought this domain for $2 million. This demonstrates confident market positioning, a desire to be recognizable, and a commitment to representing the brand with dignity in the Web3 era. And of course, I'd like to talk about the usefulness of the infrastructure and tools. Within the app, features like swaps, cross-chain bridges, fiat on-ramps, and more are already available, including tools for invoicing, auto-invoices, and secure payments, especially valuable for freelancers and entrepreneurs. And of course, let's talk about the general advantages. That is essentially what makes it special and why it matters. Let's talk about a working platform with 2 million users. This isn't just a theory, everything is already up and running. As for cashback on every action, there are constant rewards without unnecessary conditions, and of course, a transparent pre-sale with predictable growth. Participants know where and why they are investing. As for long-term tokenomics, the project is designed for sustainable development, and a strong brand is easy to remember, easy to find, and inspires trust. Regarding a convenient and functional tool, the integration meets users' needs, from swaps to accounts, which in turn builds trust. And this platform offers almost the full range of features found in the cryptocurrency world. And let's take a closer look at this project, meaning let's browse through their website. Now let's move on to their tokenomics and figure out exactly how this project allocates its funds, how it distributes them. Let's go to the tokenomics section. And here, all the information is provided about where the funds go and how the project distributes its resources. As we can see, 40% goes to the pre-sale, 25% goes to the rewards pool. This project allocates 12% to liquidity, and 10% is set aside for ecosystem growth. As for the team, they receive 7%, and as much as 6% goes to the treasury. And as for, let's talk about the roadmap for this project. Now let's move on to it and see what plans the project has set for itself over a certain period of time. That is, by going to the roadmap, you can take a closer look at what plans the project has set for itself over a given period. Usually everything here is organized by quarters. You can see what plans the project has for different quarters and in fact understand its scalability and how it is developing. It's actually quite convenient to track and review this. I recommend that you go to this section specifically to study the project in more detail and see where it is heading. I also recommend that you regularly visit the white paper section, where you can find almost all the information related to the project. You can see what goal this project is pursuing, essentially what its purpose is. And almost all the information about this project is there, which is quite convenient. You just go to this section and all 11 slides are provided with information. In other words, you can find almost all the information related to this project, which is quite convenient for getting acquainted with it. So I recommend going to this project and specifically studying the white paper in order to learn more about it in detail. But now, let's move on to another section and figure out how to connect your wallet to this platform. As I mentioned earlier, there is a pre-sale here. That is, you can go to the pre-sale section and of course connect your wallet to join the pre-sale. Let's go ahead and connect a MetaMask account now. So now we'll unlock it. Alright, let's wait a little bit. There we go, we've connected to the platform. And here we even have a dashboard provided. Here you'll enter your personal account and all your information is available. So you can confidently see how many of these tokens you purchased, specifically the tokens of this platform. It's very convenient here. That is SVT tokens. Basically you can buy them here. You can use either Ethereum, USDT, BNB, or even a credit card. Just enter the amount you want to purchase. And of course you just click the button, which is quite convenient when you're in your personal account. There's also a section here for the referral system, so you can invite your friends to this project and earn together with them, which is actually quite convenient. But let's actually go to this section and take a closer look at everything here. As we can see, almost all the same information about purchasing is here. And as for the return on investment, all the information about your investment profitability is provided here, which is quite convenient. Let me make a small correction right now. This SVT token can only be purchased using cryptocurrency, that is Ethereum, USDT or BNB, or other coins that are shown on your screen. Unfortunately, you cannot use a credit card here. But let's go to the section, to this section of the project, and move to the top crypto section, where we have various potentially interesting coins presented and of course information about these coins. Let's go to Bitcoin now. There's even a Bitcoin chart provided here, which is quite convenient. That is, you can track the price and chart of Bitcoin even on this site. And of course there are market statistics available. You can of course view its market capitalization and 24-hour volume. So everything is convenient, everything is located on a single platform. Also the total supply and of course the circulating supply are shown. And there are changes shown for both 1 hour and for a full 7 days, which is quite convenient. And of course there is information about Bitcoin. You can learn about Bitcoin, view all the information provided here on their site, and in fact familiarize yourself with it. As I mentioned earlier, there is quite a lot of different interesting information here. I recommend you go to this section in order to study all of these coins. It's very convenient and very interesting. And now let's move on to the features of the wallet. As for the one we've already seen, as we can see, it's a secure, smart and seamless cold wallet with Web3 features. As we can see here, you can learn more in detail. And of course, let's talk about the advantages of this wallet. That is, it is intuitive and user-friendly. You can also enable or disable the ramp, and of course, it's a non-custodial wallet. Here we also have a grid exchange and of course the referral program that I already mentioned. Unified wallet balances, which is quite convenient when interacting with the platform. There is simplified invoicing and of course real-time notifications. You will receive your own notifications in real time. As for let's move on to the mobile oriented experience. Another advantage of this platform is, of course, custom price alerts and quick contact sending. All these benefits are available on this platform. And of course there are other advantages here as well, which you can all explore. I recommend that you visit this project, specifically this website and this section, to study everything in more detail. And I'd also like to add that you can download this wallet to your phone using Google Play or the Apple Store and get the mobile app directly on your phone, which is quite convenient when interacting with this token and this project. I really recommend downloading the app and using these features. And of course, let's move on to analytics and updates. Here, you can check out the project's blog, go to the news section and study everything in more detail. And of course, we also have a crypto glossary, so you can study everything there in more detail. Let's go to it and talk about it in general. So here we have general crypto terms. That means you can study crypto terms and words from A to Z in more detail. And there really is a lot of information here. You can brush up on various terms in the world of cryptocurrency. That's very convenient. It's also worth talking about the principle of operation, that is turning SVT into real rewards. You've already tried it, a wallet that gives you your money back. Right now, cold wallet users are earning USD when exchanging. And that was powerful, but this is the next level. Let's take a closer look at how it works. So why join the pre-sale? Cashback for every crypto action, in other words, for gas fees themselves. As I mentioned, you can choose different actions, perform various activities, interact in different ways, and earn cashback from it, which is quite convenient. There's also a multi-level holding system, and as a result we get higher returns because of this holding. And of course there are other advantages that you can all learn about while being part of this project. You can also subscribe to their social media channels to stay up to date with all the new and interesting aspects of this project. Follow their Telegram, and of course use Twitter if that's more convenient for you to keep track of the latest information related to this project, which is quite convenient.